Let's have some good StarCraft here, Kozan. You want to kick us off?
Oh, yes I do. In the top right side, we have Dragon Phoenix Gamers player in the blue. It is. Bring his face to us. Come on. Oh, it doesn't happen. Dark. Well, we had that yesterday. Okay, well, that's the letdown.
In the bottom left. The red Protoss for big. It's Showtime.
Something happens. No Showtime face either. Well, who knows?
I mean, we got him in the lower right.
We got him in the lower right. Yes, yes. I know. But I don't. I was really anticipating it just to continue as it did the previous time. Caught me off guard. Anyway. That is perfectly fine. I mean, the StarCraft is really what's important, isn't it?
Of course. Of course. I mean, it's always the StarCraft.
It's always the StarCraft. Yeah, that's right. I forget that sometimes, Rushi. When I get a close-up of Dark or Showtime.
I think people know this by now, the deep Rushi lore. I work in field of education, and oftentimes when we are met with challenges or things that we don't agree with in the field, we're often reminded by our administrators, it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids, Rushi. It doesn't matter if you have 17 hours of paperwork to do now. It's all about the kids. Think about the children. Think about the StarCraft, Kozan. It doesn't matter that you casted 4 hours of TV. It's all about the StarCraft.
It's all about the StarCraft. You know, it was with those players involved, it was kind of fun actually. you know,
I can believe it.
When you have a Maru, Gumiho, Bunny, and it's just fantastic stuff overall. Who else? Kyo was there as well, of course. Kyo was, yeah, he got kicked out first of the group. There was a little bit of a letdown performance there. I assume he would say so himself as well.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I suppose we need to start opening up this set of series. It's been a pretty standard couple of minutes here. Dark going into a pretty bland opener here, and I say bland in like the nicest way possible. There's nothing exciting. Dark is pretty well known for opening up with a little bit of cheese, maybe proxying his opponent, especially given his history. I mean, he is the foreigner killer. So finding a ways to maybe eliminate his opponents that he feels a little bit lesser than him is not uncommon. But Dark going to play it super safe here in game number 1, opening up with that third hatchery as well. It's going to be Stargate for the Protoss player from Germany. How do you feel this is going to develop here as Dark has had a chance to see that opening Stargate?
Well, Dark should be able to kind of be aware of what he can get away with dronage-wise, just probably get quite a bit more than you would if you see potential more gateways or something of that sorts. And, he's very comfortable with the timing. I would assume he's just going to get the Spore Crawlers there right up when he needs them. And shouldn't be too much of a hassle from there. It really just going to probably be more of a scouting mechanism, right? A tool for the later game, maybe some stasis traps on some locations. That's kind of what I'm anticipating here for this Oracle. But yeah, Dark really shouldn't take any damage, right?
I think it'd be surprising if he did.
Yeah.
I like your assessment of the situation. The Oracles become really nice tools throughout the game. I mean, you get a lot of scouting information. He's gonna zip through the third base here. Notice there are no drones just yet, but those drones are in production. Do have an early evolution chamber as well, and he's gonna cancel those drones. That's actually really good intel here for Showtime. He did get a chance to at least be on the map when that happened. Whether he saw it or not is another question, but it is going to be an interesting transition here for Dark, not getting the number of drones he anticipated, and he is throwing down that evolution chamber in the back. So now, these tools that we were just talking about here for scouting, going to be very pivotal. He needs to swing through and get some more information here, but Queen's going to be in a good intercept path for now.
Yeah, I really wasn't anticipating Dark 2, because that is still kind of losing 2 drones, right? Sure, you saved the money that you invested into them, but it's still the 2 larvae, it's still that production time, and that's all gone, and now you don't have those 2 drones mining minerals all this time. So yeah, a little bit surprised there, maybe Dark not anticipating that move with the Oracles just kind of hanging about above that base. Because we didn't really see him make Spore Crawlers. I suppose that's the other side of it, right? He didn't make Spore Crawlers, so he saved up on drones that way. So I guess it makes it alright. Still losing 3 drones here with the oracles still coming in. It's 3 of them now, so it's a bit more excusable, right?
Oh, the lings are streaming across the map here, Kozan. We do have a baneling nest on the way, but I think Showtime's going to start gathering better information here as he does get surrounded by all of these Zerglings. There's no upgrades just yet and a lot of surface area, so those Adepts are going to be able to zip out. But Showtime's on a bit of a timer right now. He is fighting the clock against this +1 melee upgrade. Some very good positioning on this Oracle to try and keep things back. He's only at 4, which is, I mean, obviously good from the offensive side. These are going to be able to take out a lot of drones if left unattended, but I'm not sure if Showtime's going to get a whole lot of opportunity here. He's going to dive into the main base, does pick up 4 drones so far, gets the scouting information, but I'm worried that that's not going to be enough here. Banelings are morphing across the map.
Yeah, yep, Dark definitely going to get quite aggressive here. No stasis trap whatsoever, but the Adepts are quite plentiful with those sentries in particular. Could be a difficult thing to break through. Dark needs to decide if he's going to go for this 3rd base or this natural base. Natural base does seem a little bit more open, surprisingly, as opposed to the 3rd base here, just because of the amount of gateway that is available.
Oh, this is a lot of Zergs going to come streaming on in here. The waddle of the Banelings here. Morgan Freeman couldn't even narrate this to give it justice, and those Banelings are going to start splitting off into the different mineral lines here. These probes just running for their life, Kozan. They're just trying to flee. They want to live happy lives.
They're not going to rush you. That is very unfortunate for them, but Banelings just came from all angles there simultaneously, and 22 probes do fall behind this. Dark is still making quite a bit of Zerglings to continue onwards. Whoa! More Baneling explosions. Okay, I thought for a moment this might be a mistake, making more Zerglings and coming in again, because he didn't really trade that well against the Adepts just quite yet, but well, he's making it work, so it shows how much I know. He is definitely making it work. That is now 60 probes almost gone down the drain, and Showtime realizes that's a GG. That's not something you can get yourself out of.
In the top right of Tropical Sacrifice, it's the blue Zerg player. This is Dark for Dragon Phoenix Gaming.
There it is. It's back.
He's done it.
He's done it. Snoopy, you magnificent man. All right, in the bottom left side, the Red Protoss fighting for Team Big. It is Showtime. I like that he dressed up his room for Halloween as well. That's quite nice. He's got some pumpkins there and like a big spider on the wall or something.
I mean,
nice.
I don't know if you've looked at the calendar recently, Kozan, but it is November, and immediately after Halloween, look. It's all Christmas all the time, baby.
Look, I've had my Christmas trees up until, like, you know, April or something like that. It's fine, right? It's fine. We're gamers. We take a step forwards and then we just kind of forget about going backwards sometimes, right? Because we want progress. That's how we operate.
Yeah. I mean, you're just busy celebrating all the different holidays of the year. I mean, you've got Happy Katowice, you've got Happy DreamHack announcements, you've got Happy GSL Season 1. I mean, there's just so much to celebrate. Why take down the decorations?
Yeah, I feel like you're getting it.
I'll get there. I know I'm 33. I know there's feels like the time has passed for me, but I think I have a lot of room to grow, Kozan.
Exactly. All right. In this game so far, I mean, not much is happening overall. We got a hatchery that is being placed on the 3rd base rather than a natural. And that's about it. Other than that, we're seeing regular lines being drawn for the ZVP battlefield. As, you know, it might be boring for me, personally, as a commentator, right? Because there's not something spectacular already happening for me to boast about, but, yeah, it is what it is sometimes, isn't it?
I feel like this is always, like, the stereotypical moment where we talk about something nonsensical for a decent amount of time, and we just wait for the inevitable to happen. Something happens in the game, or somebody makes a comment, I can't believe I can't believe what aren't they watching
All
the same
right,
thing I am?
all right, calm down. Yeah.
It is going to be another Stargate opening here. Good information scouting here by the Adept, trying to zone out Dark as well, trying to delay a little bit of his own information. It's going to be a matter of just like information seeking this time around, because Showtime did gather the proper information game number 1, but Dark, using a little bit of mind games and a little bit of redirection, was able to capitalize on a quick change in plan. But I think Showtime's going to be a bit more diligent this time. We do have a few more Zerglings out the get-go here. 6 on the production tab. It's not an overwhelming amount, but so too is an avalanche. It always starts with just a small trickle, and then suddenly it's the whole the whole flood coming at you.
Yeah, maybe it was a response to the 3 adepts. I'm not entirely certain he saw 3 adepts in total, but, well, he didn't really get an amazing scout off yet, right? So, I guess he just kind of wants to be safe. Ooh, this is going to help him out quite a bit, actually, just holding this 3rd. That's a delay already, right?
Yeah, and especially against Dark, Showtime does not want to fall behind even a little bit. We're getting a different build path out of Dark this time around. We do have a layer on the production tab, so I think it's going to just be a different all-in, well, not all-in timing, but it's going to be a different aggressive timing here. I wouldn't even be surprised to see things transition into like +1 Roach, or even just getting into Baneling speed to overwhelm his opponent once again. We'll have to see where that tech tree wants to take us. This would be like the goofiest Nidus timing as well. I wouldn't hate it, but
I mean, he has that Overlord there, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, I like how the way you think, Rushi. I would love a Nidus swim. I'm a sucker for Nidus swims. Let's see if it. Oh my. Yes.
I'm smiling. I'm grinning ear to ear here, Kozan.
Yep.
That makes me feel really good, because I keep looking at that queen count going up. I mean, it's just a constant production of queens as that is going to now arrive on the opposite side of the map. And there's a red herring here, Kozan. Dark's got the Overlord in the natural right now, and that's going to be the big ticket item, but it's going to be on the right-hand side of that main. That's going to be really important, and Showtime hasn't seen that Nidus network just yet.
I mean, it's going to be an absolutely disgusting way for Showtime to lose here, and unfortunately for him, he's not going to know until it's... Oh, wait, actually... Oh, the Nidus is just a little bit too close to that pylon. He's got a moment here. Okay, he's sending troops that way. He's sending everything back. He's getting shield batteries. This is giving him a chance to do something, right? Otherwise, it would just be GG. But, oh, man, they're still out. That's still a lot of queens. They're going to have creep to transfuse. This... Oh, that is trouble. That is a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to defend in all these different places at once. Another Nidus Worm goes down. That's going to provide more creep, more transfuses. The Oracles aren't going to be near enough here, Kozan, as more links come streaming out. It's just a constant production. There is no Baneling Nest. It is still in production, so that could possibly be the deciding factor here, but I'm not sure that it's even going to matter at that point. There's just an overwhelming amount of Zerg here, and Dark's going to be difficult to push back.
Yep. Man, Titan and I were talking about Nidus Swims yesterday as well, and I mentioned that Dark is the player to watch for Nidus Swims, and here he is. This feels, you know, for me, quite nice, but man. Alright, Showtime. Is there still a shot here? How do you get yourself out of this position? I'm not sure if there is a clear way, because the Banelings are just right on top of your units right now. There's no infrastructure really to help you defend. Those 2 Banelings going to the top, that is quite lovely. Spreading it out. And down goes all of that production. And there's the GG. A quick 2-0 decisive victory for Dark.